What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video of the Point After Podcast. Here today talking about Texas A&M playing Arkansas on the road in Dallas. Maybe a more home game for Texas A&M than it is for Arkansas, but it's a neutral site game nonetheless. This is a game that the line is opening at 2.5. I think that's pretty even. I think this is a game that could go truly either way. I'm trying a new format for these preview videos, so if you guys can let me know at the end if you enjoyed the flow of it, or if you didn't enjoy it, whatever, just let me know. I'd really appreciate the feedback. And while you're here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any preview videos, just in case you do enjoy the flow. But let's get into it. Arkansas coming in at 3-0. They've got two big wins already against ranked Cincinnati, who impressed a lot of people with that game. And then South Carolina, where they ran the ball 65 times. I'm expecting them to come in with that same type of format in this game. I need to pull up the game cast for this one really quick. I didn't have that pulled up already. But going back to my stats here, what concerns me about Arkansas is the fact that they are allowing 421 yards per game defensively, and you're dead last in the nation in passing yards allowed per game with 353. Now notice I'm not going to do a whole lot of mentioning of the game against Missouri State. I will say this: they opened with like punt, turnover, something along those lines. They had 3 turnovers total. I think it was punt, fumble, punt, or punt, fumble. It was a disaster. That's why you go down 17-0. But when they woke up in the second quarter and actually started playing football, they were like, "Oh shit, we're down 17-0. We've already lost a quarter. We better turn this thing around." That's the Arkansas team you're going to get here against Texas A&M. So don't really worry about that performance last week. If anything, that brought the line from maybe Arkansas being favored to Texas A&M's favor. But KJ Jefferson, 770 yards, 6 touchdowns, 1 interception. He's 36 for 47 against Cincinnati and South Carolina combined. That's really efficient. Now, if you watch the TCU versus SMU preview video, I talked about the importance of efficiency. That's exactly what it is correlating here with Arkansas versus Texas A&M. If KJ Jefferson can stay consistent, KJ Jefferson can beat you with his arm, we know Arkansas can run the football. I mean, hell, they're averaging 243 yards per game on the ground, 256 through the air. Like, Raheem Sanders has 440 yards over 3 games. That's 112, 113 per game with 3 touchdowns on 66 carries. That's the recipe for success for Arkansas. You're going to want to hold on to the football and not let Texas A&M have it. On the flip side of that, where you're Texas A&M and you want to hurt Arkansas, they're really susceptible in the pass game. They've given up a lot of big plays this year in the air. Missouri State had a couple, and that's really how they got their points in the first half with some 12, 13, 18, 20-yard pass plays. The problem is, if you're Texas A&M, I really don't know who's going to do that, because Johnson and King has combined for 46 for 75 passing, 624 yards, and 4 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. Now, Mac Johnson went 10 for 20 in his debut against Miami. He had 3 completions in the second half. That's not going to get it done. You're converting 39% of your third downs. You are 13 for 33, and you were 6 for 20 since that game against Sam Houston State. So the App State game you lost, and the game against Miami, you are 6 for 20 on third down. That's not going to win you, especially when Drew Sanders is playing absolutely out of his mind for Arkansas. TAMU, going back to my notes here, is 119th in first downs per game with only 16 per game. That's not going to win you anything. So combine that with the third down percentage, I'm leaning Arkansas already. 32 carries, 3.9 yards per carry against Miami. Miami's not very good defensively. They have really good quarterback who, Tyler Van Dyke, in my opinion, played subpar for him. He didn't get any help offensively from his wide receivers. I mean, no help from his wide receivers. I counted like 5 drops already. So, personally, I think this is a true neck and neck game. This is a game that's going to be close. I don't remember what last year's score was, but I know it meant a lot to the Arkansas team. If you're Texas A&M, you have a good defensive line. You have a good front seven. I know you had some guys suspended last week. I think they'll probably coming back. They're all going to be hungry and pissed off about them not playing last week. So the fact that they got that win against Miami, I think they probably should have scored in the 20s and won that game. But at the same time, Miami had 4 red zone trips and only scored 3 points. Arkansas is not going to do that. I don't know what Arkansas's red zone efficiency is, but I promise you it's not going to be 25% and 0% when it comes to touchdowns. Arkansas is 49% third down conversion rate offensively, which is really, really good. Defensively, your opponents have had 44 attempts on third down, and you're only converting 18, so that's 6 per game. That's really, really good defensively. You got to keep that up. On the flip side of that, if you are Texas A&M, you're allowing a conversion on 32% of your opponent's third down. That's not necessarily great, but it's not really bad either. Kind of somewhere in the middle. You're going to look to improve on that, especially if you want to pull this one out. I've said it. I've basically went over all my notes here. If you're Arkansas and you want to win this game, you're going to want to run the ball probably 40 times. You're going to want to limit Texas A&M's big pass plays. And honestly, I would probably make Texas A&M run the football. Texas A&M is averaging 105 rushing yards per game. May not seem like a lot. It can be a lot. But you're giving up so many big plays through the air. Cincinnati hurts you a little bit. South Carolina hurts you. And I will say that number may be a little skewed. That second half performance out of South Carolina, they were throwing the ball everywhere. And Arkansas had a lead, but that Arkansas offense was not being stopped on that day. When you run the ball 65 times, I don't know what the record is, but that's got to be close to it. It got to be, right? Nonetheless, I'm going to lean Arkansas here for the quote-unquote upset. I mean, they're number 10. Like, that's not really an upset. They may be underdogs when it comes to fantasy and the spread. I'm leaning Arkansas. Again, it's Monday morning. It's 1:15 a.m. as I'm recording this. I think right now I'll take Arkansas, but that may change. So go ahead and follow us on Twitter and hit that subscribe button so you stay up to date with what my official picks are. I think my Twitter may be somewhere listed, not exactly sure. But let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Texas A&M, I wasn't really impressed with your win against Miami. Miami beat you in every aspect of that game. You just won on the scoreboard where it matters. So thank you guys for tuning into the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 200. We're at 158 right now, so I'd really, really appreciate it. And again, let me know in the comments if you enjoyed the flow of the video, trying something new. If you didn't like, let me know that as well. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with more preview videos.